We're now joined with Sarah Harvey, the owner of Avian Oasis Rehabilitation.
Rescue and
Rehabilitation, yes. So, can you tell me a little bit about who you brought with you today?
So these are both called green cheek conures, a smaller type of parrot. And you know, when people do research about birds and what kind of species they are, they might read about them being a certain type of personality in a certain type of way. And even though these two birds are almost identical and they're the same type of bird, they have completely different personalities. This one here, you might read that conures tend to be a bit nippy and bitey, and they kind of change their mood quickly. And that one fits that description. I can pet her, hold her, but she is a bit moody. This one here, super, super sweet. You can hold her. I can hold her upside down. I've trimmed her nails. Just game for anything. This one here is a good talker. This one kind of talks a little bit, but it's hard to understand. I think that some people, when they think about getting a bird and they don't know a lot about birds, they think, oh, this would be a cool pet to have because they're pretty. This parrot will talk to me. And once they get into it, they realize that, oh, okay, well, my bird's not talking and I got bit sometimes, so I don't want to keep this bird anymore. And a lot of times parrots are passed around from home to home to home. And they can also be a bit of an expensive pet to have, especially because they really need a healthy diet. It's not good to just, you know, I hate to say go to Walmart and buy bird food, but if you keep them on a poor quality food, they can get health issues. They can get fatty liver disease. So they can be a more costly pet to have.
Yeah, definitely. So I know you kind of mentioned some stuff, but what are some of the biggest things people should know before, if they want to get a bird as a pet?
The other thing is toys. These are just travel cages, but toys are extremely important because if a bird gets bored, they can start pulling out their own feathers and have behavioral issues. They tend to bite you more. They need something to do. I mean, this is part of why I got into rescuing parrots and birds, because they're so intelligent. The African gray, for example, has the intelligence of about a 6-year-old human child.
Rip.
Yes, and it's kind of interesting because in other countries, some other countries, there is laws and regulations about what size bird cage you can have. It's inhumane to keep a parrot in a tiny cage like this full time. There's no laws like that in the US, and a lot of times you will see people, unfortunately, keeping birds in cages that are just way too small with no toys and not much for them to do. So yeah, that's part of why I got into rescuing parrots.
Yeah, so yeah, it kind of transitioned into what I was going to ask you next. So you guys rescue birds.
Yes.
So do you want to tell me a little bit about that and how many you currently have?
I had been rescuing various types of birds for the past 10 years. And about a month and a half ago, I took a rescued turkey to a vet.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was talking to the veterinarian about how I've been doing this rescue work and how I struggled to find people to be on my board of directors, which is required for a nonprofit. And she said to me, if you want me to be on your board, I can do that. I'll help you in any way I can. And then I was able to finally file my nonprofit papers. So in this short time since my paperwork has been submitted and approved, up until now, we have gotten in 19 parrots.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I knew it was needed because there was no other rescues in this part of the state or in the western area, but I didn't expect that many.
Yeah.
We have volunteers to transport, we have people willing to be foster homes, but we really could use some donations right now.
Yeah, so if people wanted to donate or, you know, come possibly get a bird, how could they best reach you at? Where should they go?
We are still working on a website. We do have a Facebook page called Avian Oasis Rescue and Rehabilitation.
Okay.
On that page, there is links to a Chewy wish list, and also we have an Amazon wish list, and we have an account with Christine's Chop Shop, which might sound a bit strange, but parrots need vegetables, and so they send out dried vegetables for the birds. And then all of the information on how to reach us is on that page too.
Is there
Do you
any?
want to pet her?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh. Okay, I just said she never bit me, but.
Yeah, I'm not you, so you know she's not acquainted with me yet.
As far as the adoption process, just like other nonprofit bird rescues, we do require a screening form, an adoption application, and we also want pictures sent to us. We want to see that if you adopt a bird, what size cage are you going to keep it in? Show me what type of food that you're going to feed the bird. So we really do our homework and make sure that they're going to go to a loving home.
Yeah, definitely. And now, so you are holding it. So are these birds trained for you to be able to hold them, or is that, you know, they're naturally like that?
When we got her in, she was always super sweet. She's never bitten me. When we get new birds in, we have a process that we go through and a holding period.
Okay.
So we don't get birds brought to us and then right away we send them to a new home. We take our time to learn their personality, if they have any health issues, and try to get them more tame if needed for the next home.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.